Mika Frankl for Caged Minds at Rosales, Kajakimbo, and Karate with Katherine Renee Lindenmuth ahead of Legacy Boxing Promotions, the Lujan Brawl at the Manuel Lujan Complex on the Expo New Mexico grounds on August 13th. So first off, thanks for having me in the gym, and how you doing today, ma'am?
Oh, I'm doing good. Just had a good first hour of practice, so I'm pumped.
Pumped up, camp's well in motion as we're doing the interview. We're just under 2 weeks away from fight night. You've already had a change of opponent. We went from India Smith to now someone that you're very familiar with, even friends as I understand it. Now going to be taking on Amanda Lovato. You two are friends. You guys have sparred together. Was there any hesitation first off to take this fight, to make this one happen?
Honestly, I don't feel like I had any hesitation because we both look at it as it's our business, is something that we want to grow and grow in and as a career. And sometimes you got to fight people you know. It's a smaller market over here, and I think that we're both just in it to give the best we have, like 100, 200% to each other, to put in that great fight. I didn't have any hesitation as long as she was, obviously was okay with it, and her camp was ready to go, and we're just ready to get in there again. Can't wait to get in the ring.
Well, even with all that, I'm sure through your amateur run, you hadn't had lunch before outside of fighting, just with your opponents. So this will be a new experience.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, her and I are pretty good friends. We have a promotion coming up. It is going to be outside of the blend from 10 to 2 on Friday. And we're really wanting to get people out, getting the young ones out, getting the females out to come meet and greet. And we're good friends, so I mean, there's not a lot of animosity. Yes, we're going to put out a good fight. You're not going to come to a little pansy fight. It's going to be a great brawl, but we can still be friends afterwards.
When I talked to Amanda, I'm sure you've already watched the interview, she's like, we've already sparred a lot together, so this is going to be no different than sparring. So I'm a little bit scared about the way that you two spar if it's already reminiscent to a fight.
I think there's just a little bit of a difference when you spar to when you fight, and I think I understand that going in. Like, yeah, her and I have sparred, but I've never actually fought her. So, like, my fight game's a little bit harder than my spar game, so I know that what I'm going to bring in the ring is a little bit different than what we've brought in at sparring. We practice together, but we're really wanting to, get in there and get that fight in. I think that it's going to be very competitive. I've seen some of her, like I've watched her film of fights, but I've never fought her, so I know that it's going to be different. I don't think it's going to be somewhat of the same. I think it's going to be kind of new for her and me.
How do you think you're going to be able to transition so quickly from friends to foes and going 100%? Because again, you guys have never fought each other before.
I think every time I get in the ring, I do get a little bit of nerves. I think that's super healthy to have just a little bit of, nervousness to get in there. But I think that's just the adrenaline. It gets you pumped. I get in my mindset literally the day before. It's all fight. It's all fight night, basically the night before, the day of. I'm in the zone. I'm focused on what I've got to do. So I think that just being in a mindset, being focused, is a really good strategy for me. It's something that I usually do on any of my fights because I can watch them fight or watch them spar and freak myself out, and I've mentally got to be prepared to be in that ring regardless.
Bringing up the interview I did with Amanda again, she felt that her experience is going to be her biggest advantage. We bring in her MMA background, kickboxing, and she has quite a bit more fights on paper than you. How much of a challenge is that going to be to overcome?
I feel like any opponent that I've gone against always has more experience than me. I'm newer at the game. I started a little bit later. I don't feel like I let that be a disadvantage to me. Yes, she's going to be challenging. It's going to be a really, challenging fight for me, and I think I'm up to the challenge, and even with her experience, I think I can meet that, and I'm looking for the win. I mean, we agree. Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, but I'm really looking forward to trying to get that W and having a really good, spot inside the ring.
How much during those rounds that you guys sparred did you feel that you were able to grow from it? Just not learn about Amanda, but how much did it help you?
Oh, significantly. She puts a lot of pressure. She moves around a lot. I think that comes a lot from her MMA. She's got a lot of different footwork. She's a little more eloquent inside the ring, and she knows how to be in the ring for more rounds. So I feel like I found a little bit of pacing with her, and just, learning for myself to grow. I learned how to deal with not being so all my adrenaline going at once. And I feel like I grew with her because she pushed me. I think we pushed each other for everything that we came up against, and now here we are, about to get in the ring again.
With the rounds in the ring that you two have already shared, do you feel like you both have a good baseline for what the other one likes to do?
I think so. I think we're both kind of creatures of habit. Yes, we can grow and we can fix and, mend some holes here and there, but I think we've got an idea of, who both of each of us are. But I think we're going to try and bring a little bit here, something new here and there to make it real interesting. But I think that we have a feel of each other, but I still don't feel like we're going to know what it's like until we get in there.
How much has the team and Coach Rosales been pushing you then to learn some new things, bring some different tricks out, and add them to your game, saying, oh no, Amanda's already seen this before, you've already done this, you need to do something fresh?
Honestly, it's all about working, trying to work really hard. I feel that the more I push myself, the more I'm outside of my comfort zone to allow myself to grow and let my hands fly. I think that, my strategy has always been just listen to my coach. If he sees something I'm doing that is not benefiting me, I just have to listen and be more reactive. And I feel like that's really important. I'm working on little things that I've been missing and just really listening to him and how he's telling me how to change what I'm doing or fix what I'm doing or keep doing what I'm doing that's working. So really just listening to him. My coach and my team, they push me like so hard. I'm always going so hard in the gym, and all I know how to do is to go 200%, and I'm not doing my job if I'm not.
Why is it your hand getting raised August 13th?
I have put so much effort into my training. I'm trying to improve every single fight I have. I think I have the heart to go all the way. I think I have the skill to go all the way. I know it's going to be a challenging fight, but I'm ready for my hand to be raised in that ring.